Hats up, everyone. Welcome back to ZBCN Today, your one and only destination for deep, fact-driven crypto insights, no rumors, no hype, just pure, grounded analysis. The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It should not be considered financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other form of professional advice. The cryptocurrency market is highly volatile, and you should always conduct your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. The views expressed in this video are based on publicly available information and personal opinions and are not guarantees of future performance. We are not responsible for any financial losses or decisions you make based on the content presented here. Invest wisely and only risk what you can afford to lose. Today, we're talking about a project that's been quietly building something massive behind the scenes, Zebec Network, ticker ZBCN. If you've been watching this token closely, you already know it's been consolidating for weeks, and that kind of sideways movement usually means one thing: a big move is brewing. So let's get right into it. We'll look at current market stats, short-term and long-term forecasts, and why 2026 could be Zebec's breakthrough year. All right, here's where things stand as of today, October 26, 2025. ZBCN is currently trading between $0.0039 and $0.0041 USD. Its 24-hour trading volume floats around $12 to $14 million, and the market capitalization is sitting at roughly $385 million. With a circulating supply of 93.6 billion tokens and a max supply capped at 100 billion, Zebec still has controlled inflation, meaning it's not endlessly diluting its value. Now, compare this with its all-time high, which was around $0.0070, and its all-time low near $0.000069, and you'll realize that even small price shifts from this level can offer serious upside potential. This is what we call a mid-cycle accumulation zone, where strong investors stack quietly while the market's attention drifts elsewhere. So what do the charts say? Over the past few weeks, ZBCN has been moving inside a narrow channel from $0.0036 to $0.0044, forming every clean base of support. This structure is textbook consolidation, and when you mix that with low volatility and rising liquidity, it's usually a signal that a breakout is on the horizon. If the price manages to break above $0.0045 with strong volume, that's our trigger zone. The first key targets would be $0.0053, followed by a potential surge to $0.0061 or $0.0063. The RSI is currently neutral, not overbought, not oversold. Meanwhile, the MACD indicator is showing early signs of a bullish crossover, which is often the first clue that a new wave of upward movement is about to start. In simple terms, ZBCN looks like it's loading the spring, and when it releases, we could see a strong upward impulse. Now let's step away from charts for a second and talk fundamentals, because Zebec's story is about much more than price action. Zebec Network is one of the few projects building a real-time payment infrastructure for blockchain payroll. We're talking streaming salaries, instant transactions, and crypto fiat conversion for businesses and employees worldwide. Recent reports show an average of 100-plus new wallets added every single day, over 15% month-over-month increase in active transactions, rising developer participation and ecosystem growth. These aren't signals of speculation, these are signs of steady adoption. Partnership integrations through services like Zero Hash show Zebec's intent to bridge crypto with real-world finance. That's huge. Because infrastructure tokens like ZBCN don't rely on memes or hype cycles, they rely on utility, and utility is what sustains long-term growth. So what's next? If Bitcoin continues hovering above the $67K, $70K range, and altcoins start their next rotation cycle, ZBCN could see a price climb into the $0.0058 to $0.0065 zone within the next 4 to 6 weeks. That's roughly a plus 50 to plus 60% move from current prices, a healthy, realistic gain for a mid-cap token. We've seen similar behavior before. When liquidity leaves Bitcoin and moves into solid alt projects, ZBCN tends to lead those smaller waves. So, if history repeats itself, this consolidation phase could easily turn into a mini bull run for Zebec heading into late 2025. Looking further into 2026, things start getting even more interesting. If Zebec continues building its ecosystem and secures additional fintech or banking partnerships, we could see the project's market cap double within the first half of the year. Midterm target: ZBCN reaching 0.0085 to 1 cent by Q1 2026, which would retest or even surpass the previous all-time high. Now under a favorable macro setup, meaning Bitcoin above $80K and continued inflow into altcoins, Zebec could aim for a long-term target between 1.8 and 2.5 cents USD by the end of 2026. That's a 3 times to 5 binds increase from where we are today. But remember, these are not moonshot fantasies. They're data-based projections built around liquidity cycles, tokenomics, and adoption metrics. If those fundamentals stay intact, the next 12 months could be defining for Zebec's global expansion. Now let's be real, nothing in crypto is guaranteed. While Zebec's fundamentals are strong, macro conditions still matter. Interest rates, global liquidity, and regulatory pressure can all impact how quickly altcoins recover. However, unlike hype-driven tokens, ZBCN's strength lies in its practical utility. That's why even during corrections, its holder base keeps expanding, not shrinking. So to wrap this all up, Zebec Network ZBCN is quietly shaping up to be one of the most underrated payment-focused tokens in the entire crypto space. Current stats show stability. Price around $0.004, volume near $13 million, and growing adoption, all while most altcoins are still struggling to recover. Technical charts are compressing. On-chain data shows accumulation, and the narrative, real-time programmable finance, is perfectly aligned with where the blockchain world is headed. If the market cooperates and Zebec executes its roadmap as planned, 2026 could easily become the year where Zebec steps out of the mid-cap shadow and enters the top 100 global rankings. My final prediction: short-term 0.006 range possible, mid-term 0.009 to 1 cent, long-term 2026 2 to 2.5 cents range. And that's it for today's deep dive on Zebec Network ZBCN. If you found value in this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because here on ZBCN Today, we keep you informed, not influenced. Remember, the smartest investors don't chase pumps, they position early. This is your host signing off. See you all in the next update. Stay focused, stay sharp, and as always, keep sniping those insights.